so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The lyric scientist lab.
Put me in, coach. Put me in.
You're out.
No. Well, we are out, unfortunately. But I'm still going to represent my team faithfully and represent the 320th episode of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast with Jared Lee and RJ. I'm going to represent it well, all right? And with Mike Tomlin stepping down as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, I am throwing myself out there for head candidacy, all right? I think I can do a good job, lead the boys to the promised land. I will email the Roonies and see what happens. Hopefully I get an interview. And Jared, you could be a coordinator.
He was a fat Faison liar.
Would you rather another position on the team?
What, offensive coordinator?
Yeah, you could be an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator. You could even coach special teams if you'd like. I don't want to lose Danny Smith, but I feel like that's going to happen. But that's okay. Yeah, well.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of pressure to be a offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator because you take the fucking shit for everything. Yeah, well, especially in the modern NFL, I do agree. The game is played at well, just in general, it's always been that way. Yeah. But I just feel like with the folks wanting that high-powered offense for their teams, and everybody wants the complete package. Obviously, yeah, that bullshit got out of hand. When everything's a pass now, the run game is fucking virtually gone. Yeah, it is. It is pretty wild. The Steelers still play football like it's 1969, which is why we haven't won a playoff game in a decade, which is, but that's okay. That's okay. Moving forward. Jared, I want to, before we start to do anything, I want to open up this nice bottle of Sunset Sarsaparilla. All right. This was given to us by a fellow listener and viewer, my good buddy Dylan. Thank you for this. These are Fallout-themed sodas, okay? Probably kind of released in correlation with Season 2 of Fallout that's out on Amazon Prime right now. Really, really good show, so I highly encourage you guys check it out. But he got me this variety of sodas, based from the game. So today we're going to open up a bottle and try it out. So I do want to try this out. And the only reason I want to get to this is because the ice in the glass is melting, and I don't want it to be, overly watered down. So sarsaparilla, or sarsaparilla, is tropical vine whose root was historically used as a medicinal tonic for skin issues, syphilis, and more. Oh. Then it's transitioning into a popular sweet, earthy, wintergreen vanilla flavored soft drink, similar to root beer. Though modern sodas often use artificial flavors, blah, 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 blah. So it's basically soda. But real sarsaparilla apparently has health benefits, reducing inflammation and boosting immunity. All right. So we can say we've got a healthy soda. Not with all that sugar. No, it does have a lot of sugar in it. And other things. Did you even show the camera? I think I did. But here, Jared, go ahead and do that. Don't spill this on the fucking board. No, but pretty neat. And the Fallout label on the back. It's got a little story on the back, too. Here, I'll take a look at that here momentarily. But, Jared, cheers. It's been a while since we've done that here on this show. Take a sip of this. Dumb. It tastes like root beer. Tastes just like root beer. All right. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by that. I thought this was going to have kind of like a soda, or not a soda taste, because it is soda, duh, but more like a Coke taste or a Pepsi, like a cola-ish. Do you know what I mean? I had an idea, and this is, there's no actual sarsaparilla, whatever, however you say it. That is quite the word there. But this is I just remember hearing it in old Western movies. I want a sarsaparilla. You know what? You're right. I feel like that's the only place I've heard it too. Mm-hmm. All right, which is why they probably called it that for Fallout, because it's
cowboyish.
All right. So I'm pleasantly surprised by that. Thank you, Dylan. And I think moving forward, since there are a variety of flavors that came in this 12-pack, for the upcoming weeks, I'll bring down a different bottle, and we can try them out at the opening of the show just to give our thoughts on it. So that I'll give that a good old A+.
Now, question. Let me see the top.
Yes, it is a little bit, but there's a QR code inside of it. Now
Well, yeah, I figured because it's probably worth something. Just like in the game.
You know what's crazy? You're right, dude. And I'm going to hold on to these bottle caps because this is basically currency in the world of Fallout.
Yep.
You
didn't know I even knew that, did you?
You know what, Jared? I think you kind of surprised me here for a second. I think you kind of surprised
If
me.
I'm watching something, even if I hadn't played the game, I do a little research on the shit.
No, but that's pretty dope. That's actually quite awesome. I'm happy about that.
Because the guy who was running the factory in season 2, the bottle cap factory,
yeah,
he's actually a comedian. He's been on Christina P's old podcast. Oh, and your mom's house too. I forgot, it's Pemberton, something Pemberton, and he's fucking funny. But he's a stand up. That guy, he turned into a ghoul. He was with the Brotherhood. He's a stand up.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was happy to see Macaulay Culkin make his appearance.
Yeah, that was cool. I was not expecting that at all. He just turned around and I was like, oh, shit.
And everybody's just like, hey, it's Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
And he's pretty badass.
Yep.
And I think he's always going to remain badass now that I think about that. I think he could do no wrong.
Yeah. There was a lot of, when he was younger, there was a lot of bullshit, but he's climbed his way back.
Yes, and very, very happy and proud of him and things of that nature.
And I got to tell you, man, like the whole shit with the Michael Jackson thing and him, like, I'm sorry, but he said it before that nothing happened. And I don't want to, like, judge a book by its cover or, like, just talk about anybody's trauma or whatever. If something like that actually happened, I don't think he would be as well adjusted as he is.
I find that very fair, too, because when, I don't know, man, everybody has different, obviously, trauma responses. And I'm with Jared on this. You know, we're not trying to, what is it, like, make light of anything of this nature.
Downplay.
But, yeah, no, I feel like if something like that were to happen, it would take some time. But I also believe, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Terry Crews also something along the lines of sexually harassed as a younger individual?
Well, his is a little different. He was an adult.
He was an adult. Okay.
This was like within Hollywood. Once he got to Hollywood, because he played football. He used to be on the Redskins.
Yes, he did. He did.
And I think one other team. But yeah, I think his was like the Hollywood, like during the Harvey Weinstein type stuff.
Yeah,
that era.
I see. Okay, but regardless, I typically like to believe people, depending on who it is, obviously, and I guess however they handle it. When somebody says, "Hey, this didn't happen," okay, it didn't happen. But if things start to come out and there's, hearsay to that to a degree, even then it's taken with a grain
I'm
of
only
salt.
taking shit from the horse's mouth. Fucking secondary, third sources don't mean shit to me. I need the actual source.
Yeah, in this day and age, you need it from like the stem, like the root.
Yeah,
yeah.
And when I say the source, I don't mean the news. The news is a secondary source.
No, I agree with that.
I just want people to be aware. Stop fucking looking at these fucking broadcasts because they're not telling you the truth, and they're not giving you, or at least not giving you the whole truth. I'm gonna fucking keep reiterating that until people fucking figure out their critical thinking skills and get their media literacy skills up. Because some of y'all out here walking around with some weird shit going on in your brains.
Weird shit going on in your brains.
Yeah.
No. But, Jared, I know you had a brief stint down in Texas, the big old TX, as you like to call it.
I don't call it the TX.
Oh, well, I'm going to say that you call it the TX.
No, well, you'd be wrong.
No, well,
I'm trying to fix this white balance.
So, I just wanted to ask you, how was your trip? Did you hit any comedy spots down there?
Yeah, I hit the Riot Comedy Club. When I got down there toward the end of the week, so Wednesday I wasn't really trying to go anywhere. I definitely tried to get my body up, but it does not get up like I wanted to. Like when I was younger, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna go anyway. My body was like, motherfucker, no, lay your ass right there.
That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes rest is needed.
Especially after flying all day. It was because it was already a long day, and yeah. So anyway, yeah, because I missed my first flight, so I had to change that. So I was like 2 hours behind getting in when I was supposed to get in, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so then that Monday I had already checked before I left, because like when I go somewhere now, I'm always checking where the spot the mics are. Potentially if I could get on any shows with people that I know down there, just before, so I know what to go to and not waste my time and my money going somewhere that ain't nothing gonna happen.
Yeah.
So the place, the Riot Comedy Club, is on the Riverwalk. And I don't know if you've never been to San Antonio, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But there's this place called the Riverwalk, and there's a bunch of stores and malls and just a bunch of shit to do. But it's on the side of a river, basically. And so I went down there Monday night, and I had already put my name to try to get on the list on their website. But I get there, I was like, how do I know if I'm on? So I just showed up. And I got there, and the guy was like, yeah, we started kind of early, and they get like 200 people on this thing, so they only pick people at random. And, well, like, I'll see if I can get you 3 minutes. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'll stick around. So he knows I'm still there. I'm sticking around. Like 3 minutes, you can fit 3 minutes in somewhere. Got to the last guy. Fucking guy he's bringing all his boys in, and they're getting on. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? A lot of these cats, they go to Austin. They've been on Kill Tony before just because they're that close.
Okay.
Like, if you can go that many times all the time, you're probably likely going to get picked out of the thing.
All right.
But anyway, he didn't put me on that night, so I was like, man, fuck this place.
Yeah, I got you.
So then the next night, I was hanging out with coworkers after we were done with everything we had to do, and everybody was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to sleep or whatever." I'm like, you know what? Let me go up here and see what's up. Went up there, found the host. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm from out of town. Can you fit me in somewhere? You got any room for me?" He was like, "Yeah, I got room for you." Put me down. I knew I was probably gonna get on because they had the list, and then there was only two other names. Well, one other name, and then mine. So I knew I was going to get on. So then, I got on. I was second to last and did my shit. One guy was walking the audience, and I'm like, bro, ain't going to be nobody in this motherfucker by the time I get up there. And so it was a decent crowd. But, I did my shit like normal. Like I have a type 5 now, so I'm not even tripping off of that.
A type 5.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Anyway, so, it was a good time. And I didn't even try to go anywhere the next night because, again, we were hanging out, just doing shit around town. Got to see the Alamo.
Oh, okay.
Never saw it in real life before. Pretty cool.
So now you'll remember the Alamo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And like, when we learn that shit in school, because it's not as important to us up here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit that I didn't even know. I'm like, what? Why were they fighting?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, what is this place over here?
And then there's a hotel where supposedly Teddy Roosevelt's like ghost is there.
Oh, okay, that sounds cool.
Because he spent a lot of time there.
Did you go?
Yeah, because he was in the Spanish-American War too. So like,
yeah,
that's what just like a theory that he's at this place.
That's pretty neat. I like stuff like
that. And they have pictures of him on the wall, and it's like an old barracks. So like, I forgot the name of the unit, but they still got pictures of them from back then. Like it was like the late 1800s.
Oh, that's
pictures of the army. It's pretty dope.
Historical landmarks are pretty neat. especially if you're there in person. You know what? I know it sounds like random, but I really would like to see the Grand Canyon in person, even though it's just like a giant hole in the earth.
It's not really a hole.
Well, yeah, a hole's kind of.
It's where the Colorado River has eroded through there. I haven't been to like the national park Grand Canyon, but it's so big. Like I've been past it.
Yeah,
where you can see like, oh yeah, fucking that's the Grand Canyon right there.
Yeah, I feel like I want to do like the Clark Griswold thing where they get out of the car, they just kind of bounce there in place, like, yep, here it is, and then just like. But I think it would really be cool to see it in person. That's all.
Fucking make it a trip.
You know what, Jared? We're going to the Grand Canyon.
Well, don't say we. You can fucking do some shit on your own sometime.
I'm going to get an RV like Walter White and sell meth out of it on the way there.
Oh, man, just fly there. Just take a week off. Fucking plan a trip just to go to the Grand Canyon and then fucking come back.
Do you know what would really be cool to see in person, and all bullshit aside, would be the Great Wall of China? I think that would be kind of
I know people who've seen it. Yeah, it's fucking big.
It's it's the only man-made structure you can see from space still, correct?
I think you could probably see the pyramids.
Oh, that would be dope. Could you look that up just out of curiosity if you can see the pyramids from space? And the pyramids, don't get me started or get us started on that. Because the more and more I think about it, it's still fucking crazy how they're there. Either
Not
advanced, it is. It's nuts. Either aliens put them there. Okay.
Yes, you can absolutely see the pyramids of Giza in Egypt.
Okay. But who says the pyramids are man-made?
Oh, wait, I didn't put in space.
Oh, okay. He said, yeah, of course you could see it. Look at this giant structure.
What up, lab rats? What up, Epic?
Epic. Happy
Yes, you can see.
Sorry.
Yes, you can see the pyramids of Giza from space, but usually not with the naked eye. Okay, so you have to take a camera and zoom in, which we've probably done already.
That's still pretty cool, and I didn't mean to rudely interrupt you like I always do. But Epic, happy 117 day, fellow Spartan. By the rings.
Oh, my God.
Jared.
What?
Do you want to be a fellow Spartan?
No, I don't.
Come on, man. We can squash space bugs. Fucking land on a giant sentient ring with sentient
You know how
beings.
much I hate Halo.
You shouldn't. By the rings. The heretic.
One other thing I got to do, I went to a comedy magic show.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's called,
I'm
intrigued. I can't remember the name of it, but it was the Magic Saloon. Hold on, let me look it up.
The Magic Saloon. It actually sounds like a strip club, to be honest with you.
Or a saloon.
Or a saloon.
It looks like an old place where people used to go in and fucking like, like the saloons in the movies and shit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, not like clowns and shit.
Yeah, I know. That was like a clown car noise. I'm sorry. Did you feel like you were in like Red Dead Redemption when you walked in? Arthur, I've got a plan.
So there's a lot of places, especially in San Antonio, that does feel like old, you can feel the old schoolness of it, like it's old Texas.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like the old West type shit.
That's pretty dope. I actually think that's pretty cool. The Magic Saloon. Ooh.
Yeah, there it is.
So we're pulling up this comedy magic act.
So yeah, well, this is not the guy who was there. The guy's name was Dana Daniels, and he had this bird. It was supposed to be a psychic bird. His name was Luigi, and it was green. But it wasn't really psychic, obviously. It was a whole part of the act, but I was laughing my ass off. The dude was funny. And he did some cool tricks. I mean, it's like tricks you could buy at a store. But
I gotcha.
there were some that you can't, like writing on a piece of paper, and then you know how you puts an X on his hand, and then magically appears in the other person's hand.
Yes.
My coworker was on stage, and she at the end of the night, she still had the X on her hand.
That's
like when we left the place. So I was like, how the fuck did he get that?
Yeah, dude. Jared's down in Texas wigging out. But it's got 5 stars. It's got like a perfect review out of 664 reviews. So it's got to be a pretty awesome spot.
It's a cool experience. You can do a scavenger hunt in there. Again, it's like this old building where people are probably. I went through the same hotel where Teddy Roosevelt spirit's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like you go in and like the lobby, you look around. It's like, yo, this is like old school.
Yeah.
And I'm talking like 1800s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's got that feel like you see people, ladies with these big fluffy dresses and dudes and ties. It was like, but it's small because remember people were smaller back then and we weren't building shit as big.
It's pretty wild, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Jared was haunted by Teddy Roosevelt's ghost. That's pretty fucking cool.
I don't know about all that.
Well, I wouldn't say you were haunted, but that's pretty neat. That's got that lore to it.
He's one of the few presidents that I actually kind of fuck with because he was a military guy. He was like I watched a documentary on him. It was funny because the year before, that's when the documentary was on, and I was out. Where was I? I think it was Orlando, and it was talking about how he was like a badass in the Spanish American War, and that's how basically how he became president.
Well, I would think back in the day too, man. Like all the way back in the day, like people were like just much more savage, dude. I feel like he crushed skulls and did all sorts of crazy.
You had to be. Because that's just how it was.
Damn. So if they say he was a badass back then, I 100% believe it. Just for the simple fact that I know that there was like, what I guess the term rules of engagement. I don't know if they were as redefined as they are now.
That's one thing. Because they have like this live at the Alamo. They have like this live reenactment. People just hanging out there. And like they'll have these muskets. He was like, yeah, this one is from the time, and this one is an English one a little later, but it still like does the job. But then you go inside because the Alamo, the building, I put it on my Facebook earlier. The building that you always see is a church.
Okay.
And they fought like off the top of the church. Like they had a ramp that would take cannons up to the roof, and it would shoot over to kill people. And then there's certain spots you look up, and you can still see bullet holes in the the blocks of stone.
Dude, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, and back then they were using those lead balls like that big.
Dude,
you ever been to Williamsburg, Colonial Williamsburg?
I've been there, but I've never seen like the reenactments or.
But you've never seen like a musket ball, like
no,
a lead ball?
Yeah.
That's how big that fucking shit
dude,
is.
could you imagine being shot with one of those things, dude?
Well, the guy was telling me the max effective range was like 100 to 150 feet. So like back then it did the job, but like by today's standards, no.
Yeah, no. I mean, so
all I gotta do is be 2 football fields away, and you're not gonna hit me with this shit. I'm standing back here.
And bullet drops just gonna be it's just gonna like fall into the field. It's like a pellet gun, just a little stronger. No, but that's pretty neat, dude. I think seeing any type of like historic, again, just like landmark in person would be really cool, and just to kind of soak in the lore.
Yeah, it's cool to have like coworkers that are like down to do shit too, because then they'll have some other ones they'll just stay in the hotel the whole time. I'm like, you're boring as fuck.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you're in a place like that where, I wouldn't stay in a hotel the entire time. That's the point.
They go from the convention center to the hotel, and that's it. And order room service. I'm like, no, I need to see where I'm at. I need to explore.
Yeah, no, I would want to be out a bit. It's like the whole purpose of going. Like, it's like, hey, I'm in another town. Like, yeah, you might be there for work-related things, but it's still, I would want to see at least some portion of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Just to check it out and shit.
And then one of the ladies was telling, she was like, yeah, you don't want to be out by yourself in a town that you don't know. I'm like, that's a woman speaking, because I don't give a fuck. First of all, I can kind of handle my own, unless it's like 30 people. Yeah. Well, that's still a bit far, but I can handle my own to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So that part I'm not really worried about. But I guess from their perspective, they have to worry
which is fair. And whatnot. But no, see the towns. Go see the Magic Saloon. So the ex. Was your coworker like, hey, I don't know how the fuck this got here too?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's pretty wild. That's actually kind of fucking creepy.
Because she was on stage. He did like 2 or 3 tricks with her, and that sounded weird.
I was gonna say pause.
But like he didn't touch her hand at all. Well, maybe he. I don't. It was I don't know. I just say it would have been hard for him to like get access to put that there. I've always wondered how they do that trick. That's like one of the more popular tricks, but yeah, I have no clue how to. How to do that shit.
I haven't seen a magic show.
Me either. I hadn't seen one in fucking since I was a kid.
Yeah, in a long time. Now that you say this, now I feel like tonight when I'm doom scrolling. Well, actually, no. I actually been very good about not doing that because, oh my god, the internet is horrible.
Oh, these days is fucking crazy,
dude. It's like
I was saying that while I was like, man, I gotta get off of this fucking social media shit. All I kept seeing was fucking
anger,
anger, yeah,
anger.
And I stopped looking at comments because comments, and it also depends on what site it's on.
Yeah.
Because some sites are a little more free than others, and it's just so much hate. It's like,
yeah, it's real bad, dude. I agree.
Like, what are you like? Is this what you do all the time? Like, is this how you live your life?
It's like cancer, dude. It's like growing. It needs to be irradiated and just
that's
zapped.
Really that's. But in some people's case, that's what they think is happening. They think they're getting rid of the woke mind virus.
I don't even know what it is anymore. What's kind of happening with
that's Elon Musk's term, by the way. He coined that on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Elon Musk, the man with the Teslas. No,
fuck that. Don't fucking mention that company anymore.
Well, I never really do.
I know. I'm just saying. I don't want to give them any fucking advertisement.
I'm not even like really big on electric cars to begin with.
I was watching as soon as when I was in my hotel room. I turned the TV on and fucking Formula E was on, and I'm trying to. I like car racing. I would say no. Let's put it this way: I like motorsports.
There, that's fair.
But this shit was like and I'm like, this is boring as fuck. I need engine noise, bro.
Yeah.
I need downshifts.
Yeah, it reminds you of those like little old circuit tracks that you used to put in.
I need driving.
You need to feel it in your body like I did when I went the first time. Feel it in your body.
You're just a girl.
I am not a girl, Jared. That shit is, I promise you that shit is intense. Especially if you've never been to one before.
I know it's intense. I've been to several.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying for anybody out there listening, if you've never been to like a NASCAR event or any type of motor sport event to where they're very loud, going very fast, the closer you are to it.
F1 is not as loud.
I can see that. I could definitely see that.
Smaller engines, and they're turbocharged, so
it's more performance, I guess.
Well, they're built more for acceleration. I think NASCAR is more like constant high speed.
Yeah.
So yeah, although they do have crazy acceleration because we've seen them when they leave the pits and like
holy fucking shit, man.
Yeah, pretty fucking cool.
No, but I'm just not big on electric cars, and I'll say this: I don't think the concept is bad. I just think that just from a everyday modern person like myself and you, like you have to have access to just so many like little things in order for it to just run properly. Like you got to have a charger at home. You got to find a place to charge it. No matter pattern, it just seems like a big inconvenience.
Well, there's not enough infrastructure to support it. That's basically what it comes down to because we have gas stations everywhere.
And that's obviously you hit the nail on the head with that.
And they're trying to put all these electrical things up. Now I will say this: from the few amount of videos that I have seen, China is way ahead of us on the fucking EV area. I saw a video.
That doesn't surprise me.
I think I talked about it on here. They have a station you drive in, like whatever the car is. To get a recharged battery. You drive in, it automatically unscrews the battery from the bottom of the car, takes it away, brings a new one up that's fully charged, and fucking screws it back on, and then you drive out. And it takes like less than 3 minutes.
Dude, that's
insane.
Wild. That's wild shit, dude.
And then they just recharge the other battery.
Oh, that's pretty sick, though.
Yeah, but they have the infrastructure, and their EVs are better.
That doesn't surprise me.
Everybody wants to. It's mostly Tesla owners. They're like, Teslas are fucking the highest, most innovative technology. Nah, son, You need to go check out some of these fucking Chinese joints. They're insane, and they're half the price.
I believe that too. I've always felt like I just like the technology in Asian markets has always been.
Not necessarily. In Japan, yes. But China, not as much. But recent years, they have caught up. First of all, they copy everything from everywhere. That's why it's cheaper to buy shit. If you're a business owner, that's why all these businesses went to China in the first place, because they know how to make shit. I saw a video recently. There's different districts that make different things. So if you go to whatever the name of the town is in Chinese, I wouldn't know. This is where they make all the cell phones. This community / area makes all the cars. This makes the fucking textile. It's set up. The whole country is set up to manufacture. Like, it's a big factory.
Yeah, no. But honestly, dude, when you say that, when I picture it in my mind, that's kind of how I envision it too.
Well, they have their, well, yes. Epic has a good point. They have a surplus of raw materials already. So here's the thing. They have raw materials themselves in their own country, but they have been, just like every other country in the world, have been exploiting Africa for the last few years. So they're getting a lot of raw materials out of Africa too. That's part of why the whole Venezuela shit popped off, because we're trying to keep Russia and China up out of our hemisphere. So when he said, "Oh, well, when they say this is our hemisphere," I mean, he's being very verbose about it, but it's true, and I get it. We don't want these motherfuckers in our backyard because we don't know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain. I don't even know where I'm going with this.
That's okay.
But
that's why we do this podcast.
Yeah, but yeah, they have resources, and they've been collecting a bunch of resources for the last probably 20 years, maybe more. And now they're just out there fucking doing their thing.
Yeah, no, again, if we had the infrastructure like you're saying here in America, like to where you can just drive in somewhere, they can swap your battery out and you can just drive off within minutes, then I think for most people, myself included, the idea of buying one might not be nearly as daunting or as bad.
Okay, yeah, I understand exactly. But the reason we don't have the infrastructure like that, first of all, for the most part, China has to, just like everybody else, they all have to rely on the dollar to trade oil. That's why BRICS is created. That's Brazil, Russia, India, China. I forgot who the S is. Anyway. But those are people, they're trying to get off, maybe Saudi Arabia, but I don't think so, because they make too much money off of us to want to leave. But anyway, so they've had to figure out a way to not have to rely on the dollar for oil, so that's why their shit is probably way more advanced than ours. We have too much infrastructure / industries tied up in oil. Like, if you watch Landman, I told you about this. It tells you about, like, how it works. Because they're saying, like, actually, they say it in the show. It's funny. Like, the first season, they were like, yeah, if the price of oil goes under $60, like, that's a crash in the oil market. And right now, it's at, like, 56.
Okay.
And like, there's a serious kind of crisis going on for people, because they're losing money. I don't know why. I guess there's no profit margin after that, or below 60, which makes sense. But yeah, we're just too tied to oil. And I'm telling you, watch Landman, bro, because it explains, especially in the first season, it explains how connected everything is to oil. All the plastics, look, everything, all this plastic comes from oil.
It's pretty wild. It actually makes my head hurt.
All the water bottles that you have, that's from oil. That's why we shouldn't be drinking that shit. That's why plastics in our blood is fucking killing testosterone for men.
It's shrinking our balls.
And that's, to be honest, like they want to talk about all this shit causing autism, vaccines causing autism and all this bullshit. No, it's probably the fucking microplastics.
And it's shrinking our balls.
Yeah, sure.
I just wanted to be a little extra with that.
Thanks.
No, I actually might check it out after I'm done watching Fallout because, like you, I have not seen the newest episode yet either. So I've watched the first 4, but I have not
4?
seen. Yeah, there's 5 episodes now.
I thought there was only 4 episodes.
No, there's 5 out currently. I promise you.
Oh, maybe I did watch. I don't know. I was trying to keep up with everything, but whatever.
Well, I think you do a good job doing that.
Well, no, because when I'm out of town, I don't have my I didn't bring my PC, and I could have, but I just didn't feel like carrying it.
Yeah, look at all that luggage around.
Yeah.
That's why they call it luggage.
Oh, I saw one of the funniest things. I already kind of have it into a bit. But I've never seen. So we were walking up these stairs, right? And this lady had a stroller, and she was trying to get it stroller down. You know how when you go one wheel at a time?
Yeah, 100%.
So she's trying to do that, and I look over in the stroller, and the baby is terrified.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this motherfucker is scared. I don't know I think it was a girl, but she looked like she was fucking scared out of her mind. She's like, oh, what the and like, to a child who doesn't know what the fuck is happening, I can only imagine how fucking, like, that is a terrifying thing, because if the mom's just like, and then you got the grandmother in front, she's struggling to get down the stairs. I'm like, y'all should have found an elevator or something.
So
that baby was so terrified, bro. I was dying for like a good 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, the look on her to get you to laugh, it must have been terrifying.
It's funny because my coworker was like, for you to laugh at something like that, like, because I don't, like, these motherfuckers be making jokes all the time, and I just look at them, and it's not that it's not funny, but it's just not funny to me. It's not enough to, like, get a laugh.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to get the laugh out of me.
We know, Jared.
What the fuck you want me to do?
No, I don't know. We don't want you to do. We want you to continue to be Jared.
Thank you.
That's exactly what we want to do.
Apparently, these days, whatever. I'm not gonna.
I don't know what these days are, Jared.
All I'm just saying is,
By the
all of a sudden, I've got haters now, and I don't know where this came from.
I didn't know you had haters.
I didn't know until just recently, but yeah, like last 2 weeks, I got haters.
What is it like? It's like your neighbor or something?
No,
Okay. I was gonna say
I've
never met your.
I'm not
neighbors.
gonna say, but that person knows who they are.
Oh, okay. Well,
And if they do, they probably they think they're justified in their hate, but that's fine. You continue to be over there with that shit.
I think they're just trying to get under your skin, Jared. I don't know what's happening, to be honest with you.
Continue, please. Thank you. You're just giving me more motivation to do the thing that you want to do.
To do the things that we want to do. You know what I want to do, Jared? I want to see if I can be the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You said that already.
I know. I'm just hoping that they'll interview me.
Interview you what? To kick you out 2 seconds later? You don't know shit about football.
I know everything about football.
No, you don't.
Dude, don't you
This
worry.
motherfucker was upstairs before we started the show. He was up there trying to fucking tell me all this shit, and I'm like, don't care, dude.
Well, the divisional round, for those who are a little bit of context here, the AFC divisional round is currently happening between the Bills and the Broncos. So I was watching that game. I picked the Bills to win. Not that any of this matters at this moment.
No, it doesn't. That's my point.
Well,
Didn't I send you a thing about sports? Like people like.
I think you did, or you said something about it.
No, it was this cartoon explaining like I don't think I sent it to you. Basically, it was this cartoon about explaining the difference between the brains and the thought process of people who don't care about sports as opposed to people who care about sports. And I thought I sent it to you. Oh, you know what? I didn't want to send it to you because I didn't want you to feel like I was fucking talking shit. Well, I was.
I mean, it sounds like you had like an evil thought in your mind.
No, it's not so much.
I'm just kidding.
It's not so much an evil thought. It's more. It's more like I guess the way I think about it, because I don't really care that much about sports. Like I don't even watch the UFC anymore. First of all, it's saturated, and half of the people in there are fucking douchebags anyway now. It's not the same as it used to be, so I don't really watch it anymore.
I will say I'll have to agree with you, and I'll say this just as somebody who's always been just a very casual viewer of that sport. But I will say in the last several years, its popularity to me has died down quite a bit.
No, I don't think it for the people. No, here's what it is: the demographic has changed because of the personalities and ideologies of pretty much the entire thing.
Okay.
It's just that it doesn't do anything for me anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Is there? Well, I know there's a lot of fighters that you do like. Shout out to Sadiq Yusuf, and people that you do follow.
Yeah, he has a school in Waldorf now.
Hey, shout out to him. Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude. What I was gonna say is there like, I guess still like a real big name fighter that you would that you still watch, or is like everybody kind of that?
The ones that I like are old and faded out already.
Yeah, so
fighting is a young man sport.
Of course.
I don't know any of the younger guys that I know some. I don't know all of them, but look, the next 5 years, any of the ones that I did know are probably going to be phased out anyway.
So do you think so you said the demographic has changed, but do you think that will ultimately result in a decline, excuse me. I said a downcline. I don't know what that is.
Well, they just did that new deal with Paramount, so I don't know. We'll see what Paramount does with them.
Dude, there's so much money in that shit. And, like, I say that as it sounds silly, but, like,
well, the Fertitta brothers, when they sold them for $4 billion.
Yeah, it's like when TKO, like, WWE became a part of TKO and everything like that. And you can see it reflect in, the pricing for their events and everything in it. I know there's a lot to be said negatively about Vince McMahon publicly in the public eye, and that's fine.
Yep.
But I will tell you that I do miss his just the human side of him, wherever it is in him, that would just make shows
wherever it is, deep down in his dark soul.
Yeah, he would probably want it that way too, as crazy as that sounds. But no, like shows were affordable because even me and my sister going to the John Cena event, I get that it's a once in a lifetime kind of experience, or it's marketed that way.
I was gonna say they sell it like that.
Yeah, and that's fine. But it's
because I told you myself. I'm not to cut you off. I told you myself he'll be back because they all come back. They all miss it. They miss the pop when they come out. They miss that shit.
I believe it. But at the same time, I wanted to take it for face value for what it's worth. And again, it's not,
and that's good. And again, like you said, it's marketed in that fashion for people like you. It's targeted toward people like you who like I want the memory, that type of thing.
Yeah, and it's totally badass too. So totally worth going to. But in terms of just like everyday shows, like Raw and SmackDown are shows that are on weekly, and even ticket prices for just normal events like that have been raised up quite a bit. And because I follow some wrestling fan,
they got to recoup all that money.
Yeah, it's just pretty wild how big business can.
It ruins everything.
Yeah,
it ruins society. It ruins sports. It ruins everything. Corporate, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, capitalism this, capitalism that." Well, if you study economics, capitalism has its ups and it has its downs. It eventually ruins the fucking empire, quote unquote.
Yeah, and I will say the overall product of wrestling.
And none of these political ways of thinking about societies, whether it be communism, socialism, Marxism, which is like the extreme, or even capitalism, they all eventually don't work.
It's pretty wild, right?
Yeah. And everybody's like, well, name a time in history where communism didn't work or socialism didn't work. Name a time in history where capitalism didn't fucking die. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same shit. The ideologies always get ruined somehow, some way.
Yeah.
But it just exposes what it does. And that's what we should be learning, as opposed to trying to say which one is better than the other. What we should be learning is why it created these things. Well, like what part of the human existence is each one exploiting to make it fall down, and then fucking create a new one.
The Great Reset.
But no, that sounds like some shit from a video game where is very bad.
No, that's just how I felt like when Mike Tomlin stepped down the other day and, all this stuff's happening. I was like, the only reason I bring it up is just because I'm 37 years old, and my entire life I've really only seen 2 head coaches coach the football team that I support.
Well, that's just the way the organization was built.
So
and you're lucky. Y'all are lucky. You got lucky. That's it.
3 times in a row, though?
What do you mean 3 times in a row?
Well, I mean, you got Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike
Oh,
Tomlin.
I wasn't around for Chuck Noll. All I ever knew was Bill Cowher and Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, me too. So I just think this overall process is pretty cool, and I just hope whoever they select is ready to take it on.
Here's the other thing. When they kept selling the name of the field, that's big money coming
I
in.
know. I can't stand it. It's called Acrisure Stadium.
Yeah,
it's
it's like,
Heinz
what?
Field, dude. It's Heinz Field to me.
Well, what was it before that? Before Heinz got it?
Well, it was Three Rivers before they tore it down.
Exactly.
But still, I like Heinz because Heinz is in Pittsburgh, so I'm okay with Heinz Field. It's always going to be Heinz Field in my mind.
That's fine. Yeah, that new shit is like, what?
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was so like,
and it was even
deplorable.
And, you know what? I was watching another show yesterday, and they were talking about how like McDonald's and like Taco Bell and all these restaurants are just. We talked about it before, like how everything is just gray and bland.
Yeah, I hate it.
Even the logo for that company that has old Heinz Field, that shit was bland. I remember when we went to the game a few years ago at the one that Epic was with us. I was looking at the fucking shit. I remember specifically seeing on TV Heinz Field and like the big red letters.
Yeah.
And then you see this shit and it's like white, fucking boring lowercase letters. And like, ew.
Yeah, no, it's deplorable. I know. No, there is not a single soul in Pittsburgh that likes it. I can tell you.
You know
that
what?
much.
And I will say this. This is probably why I still respect Green Bay the most, because that area still owns that stadium. Like that's their shit. Lambeau Field is theirs.
I mean, seeing that in person, I think is a historic landmark. With all respect.
I do, but I can't do cold. I want to see it, but it's too cold.
Well, there's got to be a time of year where it's not cold.
Yeah,
there,
but
right?
ain't no football going on.
Yeah, you got to be there during the season. I agree. You don't want to just go and be like, yeah, we're here, and there's not a bunch of fucking cheeseheads going crazy.
Who's buying up the city? You gotta tell us. You can't just say there. Like, who's that?
They.
Yeah.
They. God.
Their pronouns are buying up the city.
No, not them. No, it's they.
Wow.
Hey,
as long as it's still the only one that's not owned by fucking some big investment group. Like I was saying, when we were watching the Broncos game earlier, I was like, I wonder if Lewis Hamilton's there because the season's they're off season right now.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's at in the world. He could be anywhere because he's got that kind of money, but he's part owner of the Denver Broncos. He's been to games before. Like I think Condoleezza Rice is part of that group too. And
it's crazy. I think she is.
And I want to say Oprah, but I don't remember. But I do remember Condoleezza Rice and Lewis Hamilton for sure. And there's a couple other people that are part of that investment group too.
Do you want to hear a crazy stat about the Denver Broncos that I actually learned last night from Epic? He actually texted me this.
John Elway was on Club Shay Shay, and I didn't get to watch it.
He actually has a documentary out now on Netflix.
That's why he was on Club Shay Shay.
Yeah. Well, it's actually really good. My sister watched it. I went in to just say, hey, after coming home from work one day, I was like, what are you watching? She was like, yeah, I'm watching this John Elway documentary. And I was like, really? And I was just like, I don't know. I felt like proud for a moment because she doesn't really overly watch sports.
Elway was. I remember when he was playing. Like he was one of my favorite quarterbacks back in the day.
Yeah,
he's up there with Montana and
John Elway,
Favre and all them cats.
So crazy stat about the Denver Broncos: Tim Tebow is the only quarterback.
He just said Tim Tebow in here too.
Yeah, Tim Tebow is the only quarterback drafted by the Denver Broncos to win a playoff game.
Huh.
That's wild.
You know what else is crazy?
That's nuts.
Same colors as his college team.
It's even wilder, dude.
Orange and blue. Orange, blue, and white.
And the team that he beat happened to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll never forget that game.
Sounds about right.
Oh, fucking Tebow, dude. I can't. First play of overtime. I'll never forget it. I went to work the next day, and we have like this.
Is that the one where you had the shit all over him? The field shit he had on?
No, I don't think so. This is the one where it was literally the first snap of overtime, and he just lobs like an 80-yard touchdown pass, and the game ends. And I was just like, oh, Put it this way: this was the year after we lost to the Packers in the Super Bowl. So we were in the postseason. I was like, all right, we're getting it back this year. And then I get T-bowed. And so, yeah, that's what it was called back then, getting T-bowed. So I go to work the next day, and at the time I worked in retail.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
This is a true story. And so we have this, like, morning meeting, like, you know, the huddle before we open the doors.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. It was, it's all right. It's part of work. But anyway, good morning, everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a nice morning. We all know.
How was your weekend?
Yeah,
Fuck you.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. We all know RJ's a little bitter today. And I was like, oh, like, he just brought it up. And I was like, yeah. And then I went on like a tangent for about 2 minutes before I went back to start doing my job. But yeah, everybody knew. And it just, fucking shit. God. Anyway, that's okay. But no, I just thought that was a crazy stat. And then I was like, whoa, what about John Elway? John Elway was drafted by the Colts.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so I just thought that was a wild statistic for a very prestigious franchise such as the Denver Broncos and in their history. I just thought that was a wild stat.
Yeah, their history. That's the part about that.
Well,
they haven't won shit since then.
Well, they won 10 years ago when Peyton Manning retired.
Oh yeah, when Peyton was there. That's right. Yeah.
Do you know what's crazy, man? Is nobody has come close to that season where he's thrown 55 touchdowns in like 16 games, and I think that's nuts that he did that.
Shannon Sharp was still there, wasn't he?
I believe so. It was 10 years ago. I want to say yes. Obviously, I don't follow every team very closely to know their entire roster.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was still around by then.
But no, other than that, I mean, the same could be said for a lot of places. Some organizations have never even seen a Super Bowl, let alone been to one. So that's why, like, I think in recent years with the Steelers' lack of success, I've just kind of accepted that you
had your run.
Yeah. But now with a new head coach, we're going on another run. We're going to win like 3 more Super Bowls, and then I'll be happy. We will. Just watch it happen.
Okay. That's not how that works. Trust me, bro. I've been a part of a team that everybody's like, oh, this is the piece. This is the piece. This is the piece. It's never the piece.
In all fairness to you, since I do live here and listen to local sports radio.
You know everything.
I know everything. So I listen to those guys every day on the way to work. And so I've been hearing it for a long time myself, but in all seriousness. And I do support the local teams. I think what happened to Washington this past year is just unfortunate string of terrible luck, really.
I mean, probably. But I think this is part of it. This is just like the weird boozy, whatever you want to fucking call it. The spooky stuff. So apparently I've heard that there was a curse placed on them because of the name. Like certain tribes so they got rid of the name. They got a new name. Even that still took a while before they even did well after they changed the name.
Yeah, because for a while it was the Washington football team.
Yeah. And then they got the new name. The problem is, I think whatever the essence, the spiritual, the energy, whatever you want to call it, is still in that stadium. I don't think they're going to get better, like, consistently until they're finally out of that stadium.
You know, as somebody who can be slightly superstitious when it comes to sports, hence us watching the Nats win the World Series, and potentially the Washington Capitals winning the Stanley Cup. I was more superstitious with that, more so with the folks that were surrounding me. But that's okay. That wouldn't surprise me. That I could buy into that just a little bit, just as a fan of. It's like, oh, don't do that. Because I have my like pregame rituals that I do, which aren't working apparently. Well, they're not.
Even along those lines, when they built that stadium, like we don't know what was there. Oh, and Epic said that the Lions barely sniffed the playoffs. That's true. But didn't they go to the Super Bowl a couple years ago?
No, they were close. But Dan Campbell just is so aggressive for no reasons.
All right,
but that's okay.
So for all we know, they could have built that on some kind of land that was sacred.
Yeah.
And that's where it came from in the first place. That's why everybody gets hurt in like one certain spot on the field.
Yeah, there's a lot of argument to back this up too. So
there's statistics to back this up.
I don't think you're like some whacked out loon on the corner, with like a book in your hand.
No, because I'll tell you I thought about that before, but what made me talk about it right now is being at the Alamo and like seeing this fort where there was this battle, which apparently only took like 18 minutes, which everybody was like, oh, it was 90 minutes. I'm like, fights don't last that. Like, fire, I've never been in a firefight, but I imagine it would take less time than what the movies make it seem.
Yeah, it's not everything's an action movie, dude. So it's
they were like, it took 90 minutes and fucking blah, blah. I'm like, no, these motherfuckers had guns and cannons. It was people getting slaughtered, son.
You could have drove to D.C. and it would have been done with.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking, so, and I'm thinking, I'm like, but then they have these, they've restored it for the most part. But then I'm thinking, I'm like, how many bodies and skeletons are under all this that we're just walking all over?
Yeah, right.
And like, that's what I always think about that. And then, not to mention my coworker, she's very into the dark arts.
Okay.
And so like she having her with me like made me think more about it.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, I'm gonna take one of these rocks for my altar. I'm like,
for your altar?
Yeah.
Wow.
No. When I say she's into the dark arts, I mean like into the dark arts.
She's probably a very friendly person.
Yeah, she's probably my favorite coworker.
That's pretty wild. No, but I'm going to tell you, if I met somebody and they said, hey, I want this rock for my altar, either one, I'm going to be like, get away from me, or two, like, hey, what's going on, man? Like,
you got to keep those people on your side.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy keeping them on your. It's funny you say that. So, real quick,
and she's a gamer nerd. She fucking loves Marvel Rivals.
Believe it or not, my buddies were playing that last night, and I'll get to games here in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
There's actually something I wanted to talk about, but no, real quick, there's a young man who works with me. He's from Pakistan. He's my used car technician. Real good guy. Probably in his mid.
It's the same one that got yelled at the other week.
No, I've done. No,
not by you. I'm talking by a customer or some shit.
No. This guy's super chill. I like working
go
with
ahead,
him.
go ahead.
But I just recently found out he was basically a part of the Royal Guard in Pakistan and used to protect their president. And my GM was like, hey, so-and-so over here? I was like, yeah. I was like, well, yeah, I work with him. He's a good guy. I like working with him. Real cool good dude. He was like, this motherfucker can, like, break us in half and, like, spear us in the knees.
Look, bro, I tell people don't get this shit. Let me see. How can I explain this? People who train and have been trained, who have done shit, they're going to probably be the nicest people you've ever met.
Yeah, he's nice as shit.
Some of the people that I've ever seen get there, like, beat the shit out of people are the nicest fucking people. Because when you train or you're military, whether it be MMA or whatever, you get put through shit where it's like really nothing can bother you, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm unbothered by everything, that type of thing. So, like, of course, this guy, he's probably going to be nice as shit because he's seen some shit.
Yeah, no, and I just thought it was wild, and I was like, yo, that's so fucking cool.
It's like this. People kept like, so how's it going? I was like, it could be a lot worse. Like, what else you want me to say? I can't be like, oh, it's great. Like, no, it could be worse. I could be fucking sick, but I'm lucky. I have a job. I'm fucking working. What else do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? That's like small talk shit that I don't want to. I don't like small talk. And I don't know. Look, people probably don't think I'm nice, but I think I'm pretty nice overall. I don't take bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be bullied at the same time. Like, you will not bully me, and I will not take your shit. That's just that's the part that people don't like. They
when
don't
you
like
pull out the Draco.
No, not even that.
I'm just kidding.
People don't like when you are like when you are, what's the word? Not protecting your peace, but like not assertive. What's the fucking word? It's like
I'm trying to think for you.
I can't remember. But basically like protective of yourself.
Yeah.
I can't. There's an actual word that for some reason is escaping me right now. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
No, I just wanted to like throw that tidbit in there just because it kind of what we were recently talking about made me think about it. It's like, oh yeah, like
Yeah, you never know what people have done in their past.
Yeah, and I would have never thought it like the last thing I would have thought of. It's like, hey, I wouldn't have thought like, hey, what did you do over back home or anything like that. They're like, yeah, no, he was a member of like the Royal Guard, and he's like a badass motherfucker. Like, and I'm like, oh.
He's like their Secret Service.
You were saying you need people like that on your side. I was like, well, I'm glad I've been nice to him since he started working here. Yeah. I don't want to. Yeah, but that's common courtesy goes a long way.
Well, that's the other thing. But when it comes to comedy, when I'm out in these spaces especially like I'm in other people's towns, I'm not gonna go in there and be like, oh, I'm this fucking big shot. First of all, I can't call any shots. Like, all I can do is ask. You know what I'm saying? What's the old saying? Closed mouths don't get fed. If I didn't ask, I wouldn't even had any time. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, I'm still being nice to all the people that are there, and hopefully they're nice to me. But I've encountered people in this area as far as comedy, but it's just people clashing, whatever. But I'm not going to be known as the guy who you can't work with. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And I don't think some people take that into account when they're out and about in certain spaces. Like, oh, no, this is blah, blah, blah. That's going to bite you in the ass eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't do that. Again, common courtesy goes a long way, folks. So from the Mad Scientist Lab, just be polite.
When somebody gives me time when I'm out of town, I make it a fucking purpose at the end of the show. I stick around for the whole show, and I make it my purpose to go up to the host and say thank you for the time.
Yeah,
because he didn't have to give me that time.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? But that person will remember that one day if they're on a higher level, and they'll be like, "Yo, I had this guy. He was fucking funny. I want him."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Common courtesy, ladies and gentlemen.
Common courtesy.
That's what we should call it. Fucking this name of the show today.
Common courtesy.
Yep.
Well, Jared was talking about his coworker being a fan of Marvel Rivals. I have yet to play it. A couple of my buddies have been playing it, but there is a game in the last, I would say maybe week and a half, that two of my buddies put me on. This is a very, I want to say, there's maybe not very much known about this game, but this game is a blast. It is called Dead Zone Rogue.
I just saw somebody playing that last night. That
game is, first and foremost, it's a first-person shooter. It's a roguelite. And what a roguelite game is basically you go through a very short sequence of levels to where you upgrade your character. You get to the end, and then you keep permanent upgrades, and then you start the runs again. And the levels are going to be different. And for the last week, I've been playing this game with my two buddies, and I cannot believe how this is like a hidden gem to me, personally. I don't know how this game isn't getting any more attention.
Well, it's 9 out of 10 on Steam.
It's rightfully so. And I only say that because it is so simple, but its replay value is immense. It's got 5 different difficulties that me and the guys have been going through.
It's been out for fucking a year and a half.
So it just recently came out on Xbox, I believe, in late September, early October.
Oh, I forgot you late Xbox people.
So, yes, we're actually getting Final Fantasy VII next week. I'm very excited for that. I'm actually going to buy that. I haven't bought a full-price game in quite some time. But what I was going to say is this game, if you have a PlayStation, an Xbox, or if you're on Steam, if you haven't played this, check this game out. It's simple, it's addictive, and it's a ton of fun. You get different types of upgrades for your guns, elements, you get character buffs. It's just a ton of fun. I just really have to shout this game out because I didn't think I was going to have as much fun with it as I was. They're like, hey, RJ, download this. Come play this with us.
This was on GeForce at first, that's why.
So, and the cool thing about it is the developers of the game, they are putting more content out. They just put an expansion out a few weeks ago for a new zone. So there's Zone 4 with a bunch of levels in it. They've added different weapons, so they're going to be adding quality of life updates to this game, and I'm just very much looking forward to it. So if you have a chance, folks, please check this out. I promise you won't regret it. So I just wanted to throw that out there. That was kind of like the fun thing I did while you were in Texas, remembering the Alamo.
I love Texas.
I
I know at some point, well, I don't know. We'll see. It depends on where this comedy shit goes. But I think I want to end up in Texas. I'm not going to lie. I want like a big ass house, like, like this community that's fucking far away from everything. And although I like being close to a lot of shit, I think I want to be my final days away from shit.
Yeah, no, and that's fair. That's kind of the feeling I get.
I want like a kind of a ranch-ish type thing, but I don't want to fucking deal with the horses and shit.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. Not everybody is going to want to be like a full-on rancher. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into that, really.
Yeah.
No, but I think about that especially when I'm driving through the hills of Pennsylvania or in the mountains, and you just see the lone kind of just homes out there and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, how much just peace these folks may have.
I think that's why all the streamers move out there. Well, first of all, they no income tax, but their property tax are fucking through the roof.
I believe it. I can only imagine.
I think they move out there because it's harder to get doxxed out there. Just because if you get out there to some of these people's houses, like you'll probably get shot before anything.
Yeah, if you're in a wide open space, yeah, you're not just gonna run up on me, dude. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna have fucking little fucking sniper sniper stand set up around my house, and fucking bring the rifle out.
Get those automated turns.
Murphy. Nah, I want to do the shooting.
Oh, okay. Well, so Jared wants to do the shooting, folks.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Don't come on my property, boy.
I mean, I can't say that. I can't say that.
Well, you can't say it to me, but you can say it.
I think that's fair. But I don't know. Yeah, fair, but I don't know. I'm not going to say it anyway.
You can say it. Well, let's put it. Well, yeah, don't do it with the voice. No, you have to do it with the voice.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of doing it. Is if you
just don't say it to me.
I'm not going to say it to you.
Yeah.
Nah. Well, I don't know. It's just one of those things. But no, that makes sense. Get out on that giant piece of land that Texas is, and you're chilling.
Remember when I sent you that from San Antonio a few years ago?
Yeah.
You were like, man, that looks peaceful as fuck. I'm like, hey, bro, it is.
Yeah, no, and I know.
And if you want the city life, you can go down to whatever. Like, more than likely, it'd be. I don't know if I'd live in Houston again. Maybe I would have to see. I'd have to look at another part because where I lived when I was in Houston, I didn't know it at the time, but where my apartment was in the hood.
Yeah.
And the reason I know it was the hood, like
apartments in the hood.
Well, living in it, I didn't know, but I should have known because the pool was always fucking dirty. It had water in it, but it was always dirty.
That sign, red flag number one.
That's number one. And you walk in, and that's all you can see is the fucking pool right there. I'm like, when they ever go? It's hot as fuck out here. When they go clean this shit?
Yeah. No one swims in this.
And then I got fucking stiffed on some weed one time.
Yeah, that's like the fucking worst.
And then later, Paul Wall, who's from Houston.
That's fucking awesome.
And one of his songs was like, I forgot the name of the song, but he was like, blah, 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 something, something, and Greens Point, too.
Yeah.
I lived in Greens Point. You know what they called that place?
No.
Guns Point.
Guns Point. Oh.
Yeah. I lived right across the street. It was an apartment complex right across the street from Greens Point Mall, which I don't even know if it's still there. But yeah, that shit was the hood. My fucking CD changer got ripped out of my car one time.
Oh.
Fucking, it was wild. But
Apartments in the Hood. That should be the name of the episode, dude.
Actually, I might change it. We'll see.
That's I like that. I like that.
But I mean, I loved my time. I fucking wish I didn't party as much as I did.
And we can all
that
say
that was my first time away from home. So I'm like, oh my god. And
everybody does that shit,
I know, but me personally, my mom was pretty strict growing up. So like my first time away from the house, I'm fucking wilding the fuck out.
Yeah, Jared's out here just doing. I could see you doing some wild shit, just randomly, very randomly. But what I was gonna say is, I mean, dude, anybody could say that. It's like, hey, I wish I didn't party so much. I mean, shit, dude. If you think about it, like, maybe we shouldn't have been at Lucky so much. You know, maybe I'd still, maybe, you know, or whatever.
Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to, like, say I regret anything. Although, I wouldn't say I regret it. I wish I had stuck with auto mechanics, because ultimately what I wanted to do was build engines. Like performance engines for race cars. I want to be on a race team. That's why that's why I'm into this shit still to this day. I've always been into race cars and cars in general, and I did well in high school in the auto mechanics program, and I was in this Ford AAA competition and got an apprenticeship from Jaguar to go work for them as a mechanic. I was like, no, I'm going to UTI. I know better than fucking Jaguar people. You know what I'm saying?
What do you guys know?
Bro, if I had been a Jaguar mechanic and then if I had figured out how to become in motorsports, shit, maybe I would have moved to fucking the UK and worked at Silverstone just to fucking. But again, if you don't know these paths, this is why. Okay, I'm gonna get into a little bit of slightly politics, just because I wanna make sure if anybody listening understands why it's bad to get rid of DEI, quote unquote. Because I don't think people understand what it is. It's just, all it is, it's not fucking giving somebody jobs that don't deserve because they don't have the skill. It's making sure that everybody across the board has an equal opportunity to have a chance at that particular opportunity. Whether it be because of past systems that were not fucking supportive of certain groups. But this is why they're trying to get rid of it, because those people are like, oh my God, we're losing our whiteness and whatever. You're a loser if you think that way. Anyway, but this is why in Hollywood everybody's like, oh, Hollywood's too woke. And I think about this because we talked about it back in the past. I thought it was a little too much. It probably was at times a little too much. But at the same time, like, if you're not able to see yourself as a child, the possibilities of where you can go because of people that look like you, you're not going to ever know to even ask the right questions to get to that position, to find that opportunity.
Yeah, no, that's very fair.
I would not have known, because growing up watching motorsports, what'd you always see? You didn't see black people. The only place you saw black people in was drag racing, because it was probably more like accessible to just go to your local, or you came up in street racing, or you would go to a local drag strip, and because you could build your car. Like, all you needed was the car, the parts, and the know-how to do it. So that was a little more accessible. Indy car is not accessible for a lot of people. Formula One definitely isn't, because there's so much money. You need a lot of money to. But if you don't even know how you can become part of the pit on any of these things, again, you don't know the questions to ask or the routes to take to get to that point. So that's why I think representation /DEI is still important, no matter what people think. That's my point of view. It may be a lefty or liberal fucking way of viewing things, but hey, I have no choice but to be a lefty or a liberal, because who I am.
This is who we are, and this is who you are. You are a very avid listener and viewer of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast.
We're not done, are we?
I don't know. We've been here for a while, haven't we?
I thought you wanted to talk about another game. It was besides Dead Zone.
I didn't want to overly saturate it with video games. I didn't. Well, honestly, other than that, that's kind of been my kind of go-to this week. I am looking forward to. I know this is coming to Xbox. It's been out on PlayStation for a little while now, but the first chapter of the Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out on Xbox next Friday, or this upcoming Friday, I should say.
What up, Jade?
And I'm very excited to play that. Final Fantasy is a series that I've only really dipped my toes in a little bit throughout my life. So I'm very excited to kind of, I don't want to say start anew, but kind of dip my feet into this. And then next month, I know you might not be excited for this, but I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Did you dip your toe into this?
I have never once stuck my foot in the toilet. I have never done that.
Well, you haven't lived there, buddy.
Well, I've definitely used my foot to flush a toilet. I think.
Oh, did I talk about? I did talk about it. Since Jade is here, I don't know if you.
What's up, Jade?
If you have caught the new Star Trek series, Star Trek Starfleet Academy, it's pretty good. I like it. And yes, it is woke because Star Trek has always been woke. I don't care what anybody fucking says. That was they had people of color on that show in the 1960s.
Yeah, back when the Steelers signed Chuck Noll.
Back when it was not fucking allowed.
Yeah, I mean, Star Trek's always been cool to me. Who doesn't like Star Trek? Well, I mean, there's people who don't like Star Trek.
You don't like it like I like it.
Well, that's fair, and I'm not going to ever act like I do.
I was thinking about that today. I was like, I think I have seen, except for Strange New Worlds because it's a new series. And maybe Discovery. I think I have seen every episode of every series and movie at least twice.
That's fair.
Now TNG, probably 3 or 4 times.
Well, no,
minimum.
It's okay. It's always good to have that comfort show to watch. I know it sounds silly, but for a long time, mine was Law and Order. Sometimes it'll be the same.
Law and Order, the content is the same cookie cutter shit every week.
Well, I get it, but I just like the overall, the cop vibe and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's fucking loud.
And there's a show on Netflix right now. I've only watched the first 2 episodes. The only reason I started watching it is because everybody's raving about it. And John, what is it? Bethanol? Is that how?
Oh yeah, I have heard of it, and I don't remember the name of it.
It's His and Hers.
Oh,
but it's basically a good old fashioned whodunit, and apparently it has some crazy twist at the end. I don't know what it is. Please don't spoil it for me. But I've been watching it. It's so far I like it. It's a little what is the word I'm looking for? It's good. I do like it. But there's another word I'm looking for. It reminds me of something.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Is John Bethel? Is his character? Is he still doing that head thing?
Yeah, kind of. Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Especially at the beginning of the second episode. Now that you say that.
Now it's going to bug the fuck out of you every fucking time you watch. Every time I see him acting in anything now, he does the same fucking. Oh my God, bro. It's so bad.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to start doing that.
He's no, don't do that. He's the same character. Except maybe Punisher might be a little bit different, but
the Punisher by definition is a badass.
But I know, but like his acting, it's like I was like every time I see him, I'm like, oh, I see you. And he shouldn't be doing podcasts because his range. Let's put it this way, his range is small
in terms of acting.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I remember in The Walking Dead. What is that?
Did he do the head thing?
Yeah, the head thing.
I told you, bro. Now you're not going to be able to unsee it.
Fucking shit, dude. I'm going to try to watch the 3rd episode tonight and see if he does the head thing. And if he does,
he's going to do the head thing. He's going to be like, every time he's saying a word, he's going to be doing that.
Yeah, and he always has this kind of look on his face where he's just like, yeah.
That's exactly it.
It just looks dumbfounded.
I know. Look, I'm not trying to say he's
too.
I like him too. I'm not trying to say he's a bad actor, but I think his range is very limited.
That's okay. Some people just fill certain voids, and there are some actors that are like that. It's like fucking Steven Seagal.
What the fuck are you saying?
You
cannot compare Steven Seagal to like real actors.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, when I see like somebody like John or Steven Seagal, it's like I feel like I know what kind of movie or character they're going to be playing.
100%.
That's all I was saying. I'm not trying to compare their careers or if that's what you. And years ago, and not that long ago, we found out apparently he's just a complete asswipe, but everybody hates him. And there was like a website dedicated to hating.
There's a bunch of stories about him.
Yeah, it's just wild. It's just so random.
Yeah,
it's like there's just like a whole website.
Speaking of that,
to...
pay attention to my IG page, my Jared Lee comedy, because I got a little something coming about similar to that.
Something similar. I like that. I do. You know what else is?
I'm about to have fun with a lot of skits this year. My goal is to do more skits, whether they're like 30 to a minute. As long as they're funny, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about views anymore. I just want to have more stuff to have out there. Just to kind of show my personal comedic range.
Your
since,
comedic
since
range.
apparently I'm not a funny person. That's what I was told.
I don't know, maybe like 80%, 86%. Of what? I don't know. Here, I'll give you 92. 92.
I mean,
I think 92 is a fair number.
that's different than, not everything's going to hit. Like, that's anybody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, the art of just the act of getting up there and just, again, trying to invoke laughter is a process. And I know you've gone through that.
Yeah. But I think, and I was talking about this recently to somebody. I think, I don't know what that means, Epic. Oh, thanks for the 10 gift. He was like, there's not enough people here, but. Oh, he gave one to Swirl Dizzle. He'll appreciate that. That's it's regular Dave.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Regular Dave.
No.
Shout out to Regular Dave. That's what I meant to say. Sorry.
Oh, and Epic got one too. Thank it. Yeah. See, she knows the Twitch etiquette. What was I talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, no, I was saying how I think people. Oh yeah, that's what it was. So people feel like the last few years they've had to come out with comedy specials like every year to 2 years, right?
All right.
And I think with that, the audience has come to expect that every time they see the same comedian, that they're going, no matter where they are, that they're going to see different jokes. That's not true. That's not how you build an act. The whole way they build that fucking 1 hour act that you see on television / Netflix is they do that same set over and over again. Same jokes over and over again. That's why they tour, because there's different audiences that will see these jokes and they'll see how the reaction is. They'll put it in different order, just like when I tell you, I might move this joke from the end, I might move it to the front, but it's the same joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But I think there's a portion of the world who thinks that whenever they see a stand-up doing a special on Netflix or HBO or wherever it may be, Hulu, whatever, that, oh my God, they did that on the spot. No. It took them 2 years, maybe one to 5, however long it took them to build that 1 hour into the solid thing that they were prepared. You know what? I'm ready to put this out to the entire world. I think this is good enough to sell to so-and-so network.
Yeah.
Like when we saw Tom Segura, his last special just came out. I wasn't impressed. But when we saw him in Richmond that year, right?
Yeah.
We saw the jokes. And then you watched the special later on when it came out on Netflix, right?
Yeah, I did.
Was there not the same jokes that we saw live in that special?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I just want to put that out there because apparently there's this thing where, oh, you're doing the same jokes. Yes, I'm doing the same jokes. Now, if I go to the same spot 2 nights in a row, I'm going to fucking change it up.
Yeah.
But that audience that was there the night before ain't seen the shit. So, like, I don't know. It's just a whole misconception of how comedy works. And people think they know more than people who are actually in the shit. And I used to get the same, I don't know where I'm going with this rant, but I used to get the same shit when it comes to me talking about MMA and watching fights. People used to get upset with me because I'm like, look, you don't know what's happening. You think you know what's happening, but you don't know what's happening because you've never been in the situation.
Yeah.
And people would be like, oh, you think just because you do the shit, you know more. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to.
No, I know you're not, but I'm saying this is what we're dealing with, what you have to deal with when you're doing certain shit. It's like, hey, bro, yes, I do know more. You are mad at the fact that I know more about it, whatever, in your psychological ego that's like, oh, I have to be the smartest person in the room type shit. But people who do the thing know more about the thing. That's just how learning works.
I would just think that would just apply to a lot of things.
It applies to everything.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you're
If I build one rocket that was like out of wood and plastic, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and tell Elon Musk, hey bro, you're doing that wrong. You should be doing it like this. No. I ain't never built one shit that went to the space and deployed shit. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
wood and plastic.
Yeah, I've literally built rockets out of wood and plastic before. But I ain't never built one fucking that went to the moon.
The moon. I feel like I you know what? I think I screenshotted this before we go. Hold on. Let me
Screenshot of what? Oh my God. Unpreparedness.
No. I'm pretty sure I screenshotted this. If
Level 3 hype train is over.
No. Oh, hold on. I don't think I might not have screenshotted it properly. Fuck. I did not, unfortunately. No, it just said it was something about the current administration wanted to put something, I think, on the moon the next, like, several years or something along those. And I can't remember.
No, we're going, is a nuclear power plant.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Yep.
And then I was just like, oh, this would make just a wild conversation on the podcast.
Oh, no, we can get into it.
I just don't know how that would work.
Some people are upset. What do you mean? You don't know how?
You would just build a nuclear power plant on the moon?
Yeah, the same way you build one on Earth. You just have, what is it, 4 times less gravity?
Oh, okay. So I didn't know we could just kind of lug it up there and do that.
I mean, it takes a lot of work. We're actually, February, Artemis 2. Remember the picture I used to have on my phone with the moon and the spacecraft?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that was Artemis 1.
All right.
They went around, took off. That's the new version of us going to the moon.
Okay.
The Apollo missions are over now. It's Artemis. So now we're into the Artemis phase of NASA.
I got you.
So Artemis 2, they're in February. They got a couple launch windows. Usually it doesn't happen when they want it to, but it's literally started yesterday. I've been at Kennedy Space Center, so I know I've seen all these things happening, not actually moving, but they have this thing called the crawler. It's like this huge platform where they build the rocket on.
Okay.
But then they put these kind of like bulldozer track type things under it.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're referring to.
It moves like 1 mile. It takes a long time to get from that building, which is a very huge building, and pictures don't do it justice. But when you see it in person, let's put this, the flag that's on the side of that shit is like the size of like 30-story building.
Oh shit.
But it's the largest 1-story building in the world. So it's huge because they're building rockets and shuttles in this fucking thing. But anyway, they go down this path, and there's a certain type of rock that they put on the path. I think I talked about this a long time ago when I went.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Now that you're bringing this up,
certain type of rock that they put down, it doesn't create sparks. It's a whole bunch of shit. But by the time because of all the weight, by the time it moves across it, it crushes the rocks. So they have to put new rocks down every time they move a shuttle.
Okay,
or
yeah,
a spaceship.
no, okay.
But anyway, wait, what the fuck are you gonna power? There's literally no point. No, that's the whole point. Is you need power to build other shit. Like you can't build a base on the moon without power. So with this mission though, Artemis 2, these astronauts are gonna be the first humans since the Apollo missions. What was that 50 years ago?
Yeah.
To go back to the moon. They're not gonna land this time. They're gonna go around. But they're also going to be the humans that have been the farthest away because they're going to be going farther. The orbit is going to be farther out than anybody's ever been. So it's a practice mission to, all right, we know we can get back here, and then probably the next one will probably be a little closer, and maybe they'll try to land. Because they know they can do it. They have the data. And now with computers, it's a lot easier to automate stuff. But yeah, so... But that mission, Artemis 1, was when Lucky's was still open. Like, that was probably 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, dude.
And budget cuts, they keep cutting budgets, and it all depends on what administration's in, like how much they care. But if you want to beat fucking China or you want to beat Russia to the moon, you better fucking start putting money back into that shit.
Yeah, it's a pretty fascinating thing. You know what else is fascinating, folks?
Because China's not far behind, by the way. We just talked about them earlier. They're
Yes.
not far behind getting to the moon. India's done it. China's done it. They've landed on the far side. But so it's basically a race to who builds. That's the point, Epic. It's a race to see who builds a base first. Because pretty much whoever builds the base first kind of runs the shit.
Yeah, we control you from the moon.
And I've seen movies. What movie? I don't remember what movie it was, but it was a movie about basically they ended up fighting on the moon. What movie was that? I think it was like Russia was trying to get. Oh no, it was a show that I watched. Fuck was the name of that show? It was a really good show on Apple TV. But anyway, the whole point was that Russia made it to the moon first. So everything changed as far as like how the world sees everything.
I think I remember you talking about this show.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah. I think I remember you talking about
Regular Dave watched that show. I put him onto that, and he was like, yo, this is a good-ass show. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to tell you, I know my shows.
Man, Regular Dave, you're getting another shout-out today.
Plus,
Shout out to
Apple
Regular
TV
Dave.
Apple TV doesn't have, I don't think they really can miss sometimes. What up, Londa? Damn, everybody's here today.
Londa.
I guess summer's over and the holiday's over. Everybody's like, yeah, you know what? The Mad Scientist Lab.
Finally. Thank God it's only taken us a fucking decade. But that's okay. That's just kind of a part of how this works. And I guess, Londa, since you're here, buddy.
For All Mankind is the name of the show.
For All Mankind.
I love this show. Really good.
So you said it's on Apple TV.
Yep.
Okay.
Apple don't miss, man. I'm telling you.
Well, yeah, we were talking about Silo, which I hope is getting a third season here relatively soon. And do you know what another?
What do you mean? They just finished. They finished filming it already.
Well, I haven't seen. Well, it's not out yet, so therefore,
Well, no, it comes out later this year.
Well, it better. Oh, and then they got that show Outer Range, which is pretty out there. That's a pretty dope ass show too.
Yeah. For All Mankind was renewed for a 5th season in 2024. I don't know what's happening, but yeah.
Oh my God, there's so much TV.
Yeah, it's a lot. You just gotta watch it. You gotta plan time around it.
Yeah, no. That's a good thing. I think that's going to be one of my New Year's goals is to be more active in the in television world like I was when I was younger.
Oh, before we go, I want to let everybody know who's here. I'm gonna be streaming more this year. Also, I had an idea. RJ gave me the worst name ship in all of Star Wars. Slave One it was a Lego. So I think I'm gonna do a stream building Slave One. It's a Jango Fett's ship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stream also, and I got to figure out my microphone situation. I'm gonna also stream Ghost of Yote until I finish it. And I'm not achievement hunting like this gay boy over here. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Also, and then because he gave me Expedition 33, once I'm done with Ghost of Yote, I will force myself to play Expedition 33.
You'll love it, I promise.
On stream. I don't know my days yet. I don't know how I'm going to work it out. I kind of want to do it while I'm working.
I mean, whatever makes the time go by.
But it's just because I do so much shit at night. Like I got comedy sets that I have to do at night, and then jiu-jitsu. So I got to figure out my timing here.
That's all right.
But
it's a start.
But it's coming. But we're doing more streams this year, just for the fuck of it.
For the fuck of it. And it is my indubious honor to remind everybody you can catch us anywhere you get your podcasts. That is Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. Every Monday at 9 a.m. sharp for the visual on YouTube. And every Saturday around 6:30 p.m.-ish, you're on the Purple and Green, okay?
And RJ's going to be streaming late at night and not talking to the chat. So get ready for more of the same.
Dead Zone Rogue. Check it out, folks. You'll love it. Go
right.
Steelers.
What? Shut up.
Yes.
Just you're wearing the jacket. That's enough. RJ, read the comments next time. Yeah, look, man. I don't think that's ever going to happen, brother.
I do read the comments.
Well, apparently you don't.
It's fine. Don't worry. I got it.
All right, bro.
An hour? What am I supposed to do with the mad scientist for an hour?
You know, tamper in God's domain.
See y'all soon.
Peace. Goodbye.
Hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The merit scientist lab.